The Propcast on the Sports Game Podcast Network is brought to you by Nordic Fantasy. A brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5, $50 bonus funds. Use promo code SGPN. And welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast here for Week 3 of the NFL season. I'm your host, Scott Reichel, once again joined by Adam Rosenberg. Together, we're going to get into our favorite props for the Week 3 card. Adam, different location. I like the chandelier. How's it going? What's up?
I am in sunny Richmond, Virginia. Before I go, I'll go see Moneyline Mac tonight from College Experience. We will get drunk, and I'm also gonna go see Fish this weekend for 3 days.
Well, you're a big Fish guy, so you've seen them many times.
I am. So. This is what happens if you're a Jewish kid from the Northeast and you were born prior to 1992. You end up having to listen to Fish. So
yeah, it was either that or Beastie Boys. So you made a choice, but. Either way, first time in Virginia?
No, I lived in D.C. for 10 years.
Yeah, once again, it doesn't mean you went out of your way to visit Virginia.
No, I didn't. My band used to play in Springfield all the time. So
okay.
So, yeah.
Cool. But either way, point is we are still doing the show. Audio is solid, so we kept deciding to hopefully have the show on time. The issue was the hotel room was being delayed to actually get ready, but it got ready on time. So thank you.
I know. I snuck into a office meeting room and I was all set up, and then I got this notification that said, "Oh, your room is ready," and that works for me. So, there's a whole bunch of different books that I can get on here down here. It has not helped because the two baseball plays I like do not look good. But whatever. We're gonna mess around with some football, and football was good. Football was good to us last Monday and part of Friday. So we'll see what we can get.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Week 2 went pretty well for me. Ended up sweeping the 3 plays I had on the show, so we'll try to keep it rolling here on this one. Before we get into the actual props here for Week 3, a reminder that you can check out the SGPN app in the App Store for easy access to all the picks and the podcasts. All free. The picks are free. The podcasts are free. The app is free. So just download the app wherever you get your apps. So the App Store, basically. But a reminder, check out the SGPN app. Anyway, starting off with the first prop that we have for Week 3. Adam, I'm going to let you go first as always. What's going to be your first prop for NFL Week 3?
So this one came up on the pod you and I did last night, but we're going to go with Jake Browning under 236.5 passing yards. I think it's 234 some places. I don't think it matters. This is a massive number. And I get it. He threw for 327. I totally forgot about that he had thrown for 327 that in that time. And he said, "F you for cutting me." He's still a career backup. When he cooked him in 2023, it was also a very different situation. It was Flores' first year as DC. He was still getting the bearings on what was going on with that team. Now he's in year 3, and this defense we've seen improve every single year. That one was worst in the league in opposing completion percentage. Bottom half in INTs. I believe this was week 16 is when this game was. It was way late in the season. Nick Mullins started for the Vikings. They were 20th in sack, 23rd adjusted sack rate. Last year, they were 5th in sacks, 15th best in completion percentage. And this year, they're in 2 games. They are top 5 in sacks already, and they are top 10 in completion percentage. So you can see that the Flores effect has gone up. And I bring that up to tell you that this is the type of situation that Flores just relishes. He loves going after QBs that do not see a lot of live action. He sends the blitz. I know that it looks like Van Ginkel's going to be trending towards being in. I saw on the injury report, who else was it? Greenard's going to be potentially in, but there was another one. They're getting Vikings have a pretty long injury report, but they're getting good news every day. One of their cornerbacks is coming back too. All that being said, the Vikings haven't been giving up this type of yardage. And they didn't towards the end of last season, and I don't expect them to do this in a game that only is 42 points. 42-41 is the total. This doesn't really indicate that it's going to be that kind of shootout type of game. I expect them to probably run the ball a lot. I think there's going to be a lot of clock and a lot of things kind of move. So Jake Browning, little bit. I think we're just getting a little bit excited about a guy who's still a backup under 236 passing yards for me on him.
I think the funny part for me about this whole Jake Browning saga now that he's a starting quarterback is how many people were asking for the Bengals to trade for Jameis. But if you actually watch Jameis and Browning play, They're kind of the exact same player.
High variance throws. Exactly.
Browning threw what, 3 picks last week?
Yeah. He threw the game that he cooked the Vikings. He threw 2 picks. I mean, I'm not going to hate. He threw for 1,200 yards.
He's a very solid backup quarterback.
Very solid backup quarterback. He's a solid backup quarterback. I think he's going to get cooked by a Brian Flores defense.
I think it was just funny how everyone's like, can you imagine how many yards Winston would throw with this offense? I'm like, Browning is already there, and they won the damn game. Like, what are you talking about? Browning's going to be the quarterback, and I'm sure the coaching staff's fine with it because he had some appearances in the past. I agree with you about the Flores game plan. I think Flores is going to make his life miserable. I like the picks. 2 interceptions, I think, is reasonable for Browning here if they fall behind early.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I just don't think he's going to get. You and I put together. We'll put together an SGP of some guys that we can throw picks.
Just saying, I think we both don't like Jacksonville's defense that much.
You know what we liked? What else did we like? We liked the it's only on FanDuel. I'm gonna look for it, but I don't think it's up yet. But we liked they do a game special of 5 sacks for the team. Yeah, we like that. That I like.
I was gonna look that up, but that
probably
was
7-1.
Yeah, point is, I think there were a couple ways to fade Browning here. You're going for yards. I'm fine with that. It could, if it gets ugly with Flores game planning for him, it could get really ugly. You might see a bunch of picks, but I also like the sacks for this one. Let me just quickly see if I could find it because I don't think I saw sack props last week.
But it's a every week they have it for pretty much every team.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see it in week 1. I looked for it. I couldn't find it. But either way, keep that in mind. We think that Flores is going to have something prepared for Browning. You're going under, what was it, 236.5?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So moving on to my first prop. I had success last week with the long reception play. Had the under on Noah Gray. I'm going to go with the under once again, this time for a running back. It's going to be on Kyren Williams as the Rams take on the Eagles. Give me the long reception under 8.5 yards at -125. It's a number that's way too high. So he's gone under this number in 7 of his last 8 games. Played the Eagles twice last season, including 1 time in bad weather in the snow in the playoffs. In those 2 games combined, he had 1 catch for -1 yards. His longest catch in this game is set at over under 8.5. He doesn't catch many deep passes. He's a check down guy, usually 1 or 2 receptions for maybe 5 yards apiece. Good enough for me. Eagles also allowing the fewest receiving yards per game to opposing running backs. I like the matchup. I like Kyren not being that involved in the passing game. This number's too high, simply put. Give me the under, longest catch for Kyren, 8.5 yards, -125.
Yeah, this prop
we took in the
playoffs last year. Yeah.
So and that cashed easily. So there we go. All right. Moving on to your second prop that you have for week 3. What do you like?
Second prop I'm going to go with for week 3. Okay, we're going to go to Seattle. We're going to go on the opposing team. We're going to go for the Saints, who are visiting, and Spencer Rattler, his team. I think I pulled this up yesterday on my pod. Scored only over 14 points in his career road starts. It's only happened once. So we're actually I don't think that's going to be good for Chris Olave, who I don't think is particularly great anyway.
Mr. Medical Tent?
Mr. Medical Tent, under 59.5 receiving yards. He's only done this once in his career games with Rattler, period. Never against NFC teams in 4 games. Seattle's defense has only given up a 60-plus to 4 wide receivers in their last 10 games total across the last 2 seasons. And they won the season with the Ricky Pearsall in that first game. A lot of that yardage coming as they were playing from behind. But I just don't see that one happening for this one. So I took that. That was actually one I did see getting highlighted by sponsor of the pod, Rhythm. But so the robots like it. And you know what happens when the robots are aligned with us. So give me Chris Olave. He's also just he's under this number. He's under this number in 1, 2, 3, 5 of his last. I mean, if you care about last season too, 5 of his last 6. To me, it's all about who the quarterback is with him. And I think Spencer Rattler is not a good quarterback. I think Spencer Rattler is especially not a good quarterback outside. And like I said, he has under it in 3 of the last 4 with Spencer Rattler as a quarterback. It's important to note that the one where he went over, guess where he was?
Wasn't it this past week against the Niners?
No. Where road games in terms of
road games. Sorry.
Yeah. He also did not get it against the Niners. He had 54 yards.
Okay.
But 107. So he had it had to still be indoors to catch anything going to Spencer Rattler. Spencer Rattler, not a good quarterback. So
I assumed you were asking just based on maybe last week, but no, that was a home game, so I take it back.
Yeah. So the road splits aren't great. The dome splits aren't great. I like Seattle's defense. I don't like New Orleans flying west. I get that Seattle did it too, but very different situation because they're coming off a win. Give me Chris Olave under 59.5 receiving yards.
Yeah, I like it. Olave can get hurt immediately and sit. Rattler's not very good. A couple ways you can potentially get there, but
I mean, they're also the set. Look, if you want to do short sample size, Seattle's number 2 in the league in receiving.
No, Metcalf didn't do anything. He had the touchdown last week. I think he only had like 2 catches. He didn't do anything in the game.
He was in jail.
Yeah, basically. So I like that play too. I think it's a good spot to fade some Saints guys. Shout out to Rattler, by the way, who I believe is still looking for his first ever win. So same amount of wins as us.
So yeah, I think so.
There we go. Either way, though, before we get into my second prop for week 3, a reminder that we're brought to you by our sponsor, which is MyBookie.ag. Whose bookie?
My bookie.
So you can use them to bet on football, including some of the props that we're giving out right now. They have a prop builder, second to none. They have a motto, which is pretty simple. It's something we can agree on. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. You can use a deposit and get all defense pads with crypto. And a reminder, when you sign up for a new account, use code SGPN for 100% bet back bonus, $500 for new customers. MyBookie.ag promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Novig. Check out America's #1 sports prediction market. It's Novig's an exchange. You'll be getting some of the best prices in the market. Novig's available in a ton of states, 35 of them to be exact. And a reminder, you can also download the app, get $50 when you spend just $5. If you use the promo code SGPN, get on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast. Finished going through the first couple props that we have for week 3. Time to move on into my second prop for the show. For this one, said before, I've been doing well with the longest reception play. I went with an under in the Rams game. Going to go to the Cowboys and Bears game. Give me CeeDee Lamb over 25.5 longest catch at -112. Couple books at 26.5. I saw 25.5 though, -112. I'll take it. He's been flying over regularly. So Lamb has recorded at least a 28+ yard catch in 5 straight. So he's been flying over the number dating back to last year as well, and both games this season. Gets targeted a ton. He's had at least 11 targets in 3 of his last 4 games. Bears defense was awful last week. Give up 50+ points to the Lions. 3 separate receivers went over this number. So a lot of the main guys ended up cashing. And you even had, what's his name again? Tesla? Yeah, he also had one. So you had him.
He's on our best ball team.
Yes, he is. He has 2 catches. Both of them are one-handers. But he had a long reception over. You saw J-Mo have one, and Amon-Ra had one. So everyone cooked on that entire Lions passing game. And you're looking at the injury news because Jalen Johnson, who might be the only corner worth a damn on that team, is now out indefinitely. So I think it's a good spot for Lamb to get targeted a ton. I thought Pickens was also a candidate as well, but I think Lamb will get the targets. And the fact is now the Bears really have no CB1 because their main guy got injured. So I like the matchup here for Lamb. I know it's outdoors. The Cowboys, though, can't stop anybody. Neither can the Bears, to be honest, because once the fourth quarter started against Minnesota, that defense has given up 70+ points. So give me Dak to air it out again, and I think Lamb will be the recipient of that. Give me CeeDee Lamb longest catch over 25.5 yards, -112. Thoughts?
I loved it. Deep passing metrics that I use from FTN. Shout out FTN. I used to work there. I think everybody's done a stint there. Chicago has both of these teams actually are near the bottom in deep throw pass attempts. So we're trying to also find cute ways to play either side. But
we're going to segue into that in a sec because there was a play in miscellaneous we'll talk about.
Yeah, no. I absolutely love it. So yeah, give that to me. That could be could have some fun maybe doing an alt with CD, and maybe CD was automatic for this, by the way, last year.
He's so good.
He's so good. But this is also Pickens' bread and butter. So we could maybe do an SGP where we do both of them.
I want to say Pickens was 21.5 or 22.5, which I initially had, but then I looked at the targets and said, why am I getting cute with this? I could just take Lamb.
Yep.
Both of them I get there. Because once again, 3 separate lines receivers, including Tesla, who's like the wide receiver 5 on the depth chart. 3 guys went over this number last week. So give me Lamb to get the job done here in week 3. Moving on to your final prop for week 3. What do you like?
My second favorite quarterback in the league, I'm going to be, I don't know if I'd call it fading, but his offensive line is not doing good. Baker Mayfield, who I enjoy. We all enjoy. He is an automatic 2 touchdowns bet when it is plus money, but under 35.5 longest completion is what we're going to be looking at this year. That O-line is banged up. I think I sent you a message a little earlier that they're going to have a couple guys that are going to be starting for the first time. I think that's going to give you a definite fade on rushing props. Quinnen Williams was saying that the Jets gave up 200 yards on the ground. They said they made a pact to not let that happen. I think the Jets are actually going to, even though I do think that Tampa's going to do their thing. I think the Jets are going to be competitive here. But for me, it's also just about, in general, just how this has really ever worked for Baker. Just recently, Jets have the lowest ADOT in the league. ADOT's a nerd term for average depth of target. So they actually do keep the ball in front of them. Baker's only done this 2 times his last 10 games, and I have a note here that says, plus the O-line is fucked. So, and then you said, yep, I agree.
They're also on a short week because they played on Monday.
They are on a short week, but though they lose the walkthrough is really what happens. Yeah. I see Jason talking about the Baker rush yards. I think it's a great week probably for those Baker rush yards, just because I think he's going to have to be on the move a lot. I'm probably going to look towards Bucky receiving, an SGPN maybe Bucky receiving and under rushing types of situations. Yeah. It's a real bad O-line situation. So
it's a lot of Baker trying not to die out there.
Yeah, he's undersized too, guys. Like that's the thing. He's undersized, and these are all like. I'm gonna look on PFF right now just to bring up what the ratings are for some of these guys on this O-line.
I imagine it's not very good.
Well, one of them doesn't have any rating whatsoever.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, this is bad, dude. We actually might need to take the sack one here too. 49. So Barton 49.4, Jordan 65, Bredesen 66, Klein no rating. Heck, 30. This is bad. This is very bad.
I'm trying to find sack stuff. I'm still waiting for it, but the Jets sacks could be interesting. If you want to go for a couple of particular guys, you can. I mean, they have some dangerous options on that D line.
Yeah, you and I might want to dig a little more on this a little bit later, because I feel like with an O-line like that, we have to take some sort of advantage of what could possibly happen from probably punt is going to be for this.
That's an option. I mean, if you want to go for McDonald for sacks for the Jets, that could be an option on like a half.
Yeah, it's just more about lack of movement on the ball.
Yeah, so I can get behind that too. But either way, Baker, since he's going to have to get rid of the ball quickly, the Jets, they've been giving up a lot of stuff, mostly through the ground, mostly underneath. So there you go. What was the number again for Baker?
35.5.
Okay, yeah, so I like that too. Moving on to my final play. You mentioned before about the poor secondaries for the Bears and for the Cowboys, and they play against each other in this game. I'm going to go with a receiver who has been a bit up and down this season, but in reality, there's just so many chances against the secondary. Give me DJ Moore, over 53.5 receiving yards at -115. BetMGM had 53.5. I saw every other book had 56.5. So I'll take the 3-yard differential. But Moore's actually been good at home. He has had at least 54 receiving yards in 5 straight home games. Cowboys, we saw get torched by Russell Wilson. 450 passing yards to Russell Wilson. Wandell at 100-plus yards. Neighbors at 100-plus yards. The Cowboys are allowing 226.5 receiving yards per game to opposing wide receivers. Most in the league. I know Caleb Williams might stink, but you know what? It's a good matchup regardless. Maybe one catch even gets there if Moore gets loose. 53.5 for a team that gave up 400-plus passing yards to an arguably washed Russell Wilson. I'll take my chances. Give me more receiving yards over at -115.
Yep, I love that. As we talked about before, like Cowboys actually are the ones who lead the league in explosive passes. What is the number I have in front of me? My God,
it's disgusting.
They have 8. They have 8. They have given up already 8 completions of 20 yards or more.
Yeah, and Moore, we know. I know Odunze has been kind of going crazy lately, but I do think that Moore should have a lot of targets. And with the secondary, the Bears should really try to air it out. So they've
given up 3 TDs of 20 or more yards. No other team. Pittsburgh's given up 2. Chicago's given up 2. Yeah. So
once again, the total's 49.5 with Caleb Williams at quarterback for a reason, because these defenses stink. So give me DJ Moore to go over 53.5 yards.
Do we want an alt over?
I thought about laddering something in that game. I wasn't sure what we wanted.
Yeah, well, let's discuss.
Yeah, we can discuss that after.
We can discuss. Do you want to discuss it live? Oh, it's already up to 50. Yeah, let's see. Let me just look. I'm going to look live.
I feel like a Lamb and Moore is the pretty standard ladder parlay there.
Let's find somebody with a short one first. Hold on. Let's see this.
Well,
Find someone.
it would be Pickens if you wanted to go for a bit of a.
That's what I'm thinking.
Angle.
I'm kind of thinking, do we ladder? We should do what the mothership and them do. We should give out a ladder to people, and we're doing it live. Okay, so I think do you want to do Zacharias? His is really low. I would say I think we want to do a Pickens ladder. That's the lowest.
We can do that too.
Starts at 55. We could do
unless you want to go passing yards ladder, just Dak and Caleb just go back and forth.
Or longest reception ladder. That
works too.
That's fun. Let's see. Has anybody had? Let's see if there's anybody's because we did that with Devonta in the what was it in the Super Bowl and it completely cashed. All right, so it's a little harder. I want to see. Let me just see what we have here. This is fun, guys. Keep going through. I'm going to keep looking at this.
Yeah. Well, either way, that's my last prop. So if you want to get to miscellaneous, that's what we're up to at this point.
Oh, okay. So then we are doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me look through. Let me just look and see from a longest reception standpoint. Give up a 64 to that. The problem is that they're not. Most Jameson Williams has cooked this team.
Yes, he has.
Like his entire career.
He's got a lot of speed, and he just blows past people. So
okay, so I think we want to. So they give it up. So here are the options. Let me present to you. We can build it together. The options are this: do we ladder Pickens, and this is the 100-yard Pickens game?
Okay.
Or do we take Pickens? Because like the CD stuff is fine on its own, but just we can do Pickens or CD, but Pickens, I think this is historically like what he does.
I guess I'm asking, do you think Pickens gets to 100 without a 40+ yard catch?
Well, here's what I'm saying. Or do we do a Pickens alt longest with a TD?
I'm fine with that. That works.
Because that could be fun, right?
Yeah, could be a deep ball for 60. That's fine.
Right. So let me see. So his longest is that. Let me see. They don't have any alts up yet for it, but let's just, for the sake of argument, let's just do his 23.5 longest. I like pairing the longest with the TD because they're very correlated. So, all right, let's see. We do the longest in the TD. If we do a longest in the TD as a the thing here. I'm going to put this as on FanDuel only. And what do we get? We get 222 for a fun little thing. It's not quite where I'd want it.
No, we can workshop it and we'll post.
We can workshop it and send it out, but we're on the right. We're sort of on the right thing. I mean, let me just see if there's any sort of bonkers number on CD Lamb here. If I want to boost his odds up, like let's get some of the. Let's see what we can get here for CD Lamb, CD or any of these guys. So CD's ceiling numbers stink. Okay, so let's get rid of him.
I mean, if you wanted to go full gadget play ceiling, you're just going with Turpin, aren't you?
Yeah, but he doesn't. I don't think that's not the one.
I don't think it's the move either. But you mentioned JMO killing this team. You can argue one gadget play maybe he catches like a 40-yard bomb.
You could do. You could do. We could do. We could. It could be. I really do think that this is kind of a Pickens type of situation. Do you think we might want to do? What if we do a Pickens?
I don't know if we have enough options at this point, to be honest.
Maybe it's Pickens under receptions over yards.
I don't know. Let me see what I can do with Pickens really quickly. But you have any other miscellaneous stuff you want to talk about in the meantime? Because I know that I mentioned the Caleb Williams longest completion.
Yeah, I like that. That's in pocket too. I like the Caleb Williams over longest 35.5. We've discussed all the reasons why. I think that's kind of the right move there. In terms of stuff, other things that I've looked at. Let me see if there's anything else that I've added onto here. I have those. I just have those 5. Tonight I have a couple things. I mean, tonight. Do you want to talk about tonight a little bit?
Sure.
Okay.
I have one play for tonight, basically.
Yeah, I mean, my big play for tonight is I agree with the Palmer looks for folks. He doesn't need a lot of volume to get there. He's second on the team in air yards. So
for script, do you think Buffalo absolutely buries this team?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it. I don't know. I think it's cute that everybody thinks that Miami's going to do whatever, and that's fine. Maybe I'm wrong, but it feels like it's contrarian for the sake of being contrarian.
I think they want the coach fired.
I think they want. I think that
I don't see much
they
of
don't care.
an effort here to try to keep his job. I think
That's why you and I have Achan unders.
Yeah, I mean,
Not his receiving. We have his under.
Well, the game script should be horrible for him anyway.
Be horrible for that. Yeah.
Yeah, the one play that I was a fan of, I actually prepared notes on it, and then you reminded me, thank you, that the game was actually tonight. I forgot that the Bills-Dolphins game was the game because I like Kincaid over 4.5 first quarter receiving yards. Now it's at minus 132. It was minus 115, I believe, yesterday. He's been a first quarter machine. He's actually had at least 5 receiving yards in 9 straight games in the first quarter. And the Dolphins are allowing a ton of receiving yards to tight ends, the 7th most in the entire league. So I like Kincaid to start off early, maybe one drive. It's tricky to take full game props for Bills guys because I don't know how much they're going to be up by and if anybody's going to play the fourth quarter. So some props might die as the game goes on. But give me Kincaid early. 9 straight overs. Give me his first quarter receiving yards over 4.5.
Yeah, it's part of why I like Palmer is because Palmer doesn't require like a ton of volume. I see a lot of guys on Shakir, and Shakir is actually very correlated to when they win games big. Yeah. He has big games, so I get that. But I'm in the same boat as you. There's a lot of folks just taking kind of darts in this game, which I don't know. For me, I just would rather not bet than just figure out a flyer player. Like it just doesn't. It just feels like. I mean, like a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah, Ray Davies." Like, cool. I don't know. I have the stuff that we like, and I like that. But I could do the Dalton Kincaid one with you. I'm down with that.
First quarter, 4.5 yards. It's basically one catch. I don't think you're asking for much for that. That's minus 132 on FanDuel. Anyway, anything else you want to talk about, either for Thursday night or for just the general card for week 3?
No. Big quick tip. I guess you wouldn't really give it out on the regular show, but it kind of falls into us. We're the exotics show. Margin victory prop 1 to 6 is a way better way to play money line on dogs and on short faves that you don't think cover. Eagles is down to like 3.5.
Worked out for Tampa on Monday Night Football.
It was great. It basically was the middle. It was great. It was awesome. So yeah, I'm on the Eagles plus 290 for them to win between 1 and 6. This is a great prop. Like I love this prop and I'm playing it all the time. Going to play it on pretty much every dog. So
yeah, I see Adam mentioned in the comment section about HN rushing and receiving at 98.5. We don't like the rushing.
We don't like the rushing.
We prefer the receiving if you're going to take anything on HN.
Yeah.
We still get the check down stuff, the screen passes, and whatever. So, question, separate note. How many interceptions are you picking Tua to throw tonight?
0.
Really? You think 0?
Everybody's on it.
I know, but it's classic Tua. That's why I'm asking.
It's also minus 150.
No, I thought he might throw 2. So we'll see what happens. But
I don't know.
Either way,
I think he's just going to be throwing a lot of high percentage stuff under. I don't think he's going to be throwing anything deep. I think he's going to throw a lot to Tyreek and a lot. I think Waddle's not getting a lot of action tonight. I think it'll be a lot.
I'm trying to remember who's the backup quarterback for the Bills.
The Bills? It's Trubisky.
It is. Is it still Trubisky?
Yeah.
Let me just check something because I might have a D-Gen play in mind, which you might know where I'm going with this. Yeah, it is Trubisky. What's Trubisky's last touchdown? Yeah. I have to ask.
Could do it.
I mean, he did it a couple of years ago.
He did. So did Ray Davies.
Well, Davis is the more common choice for that. But yes, Davis' last touchdown's 18-1, which I'm not against either. But I want to see if Trubisky.
That's a first touchdown price, by the way, for a last touchdown.
I know he's not even listed here. That's the problem. But I did not mind Trubisky last touchdown score if that was available, but I don't see it. So whatever. Worth the mention, even though it probably has no chance of cashing. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for the miscellaneous section. Time to move on into the actual best bets. Before we get into the best bets, a reminder that we are brought to you by Rosenberg Fantasy. We're going to give it a lineup in a second. Check them out for pick'em entries. 500 times your entry, pick higher or lower, and your favorite player stats. Available in a ton of sports as well. Use the new offer Rosenberg has for new customers, $5, and get $50 in bonus funds. So just place a $5 bet. You'll get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with the promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Off to a great start in college football in the NFL. They also have a leaderboard system with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets for any model that you build, and you can win $1K. The bets do not have to win. Just track 5 bets. All you have to do, you'll get entered into the giveaway. Also, use the promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app to get a quarter off your first month. Download Rhythm, use the promo code SGPN25 to get a quarter off your first month. Welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast. Finished going through our props for week 3. Time to move on into the best bets. Adam, what do you like as your best bet for the show?
Probably Sean just sent me a DGen parlay to put in. Literally just now. I'm like, dude,
sounds very on brand.
Yeah. So for those who want to know, well, actually, I guess he wants me to put it in before it goes out. But he's on Jake Browning, Carson Wentz, and Patrick Mahomes to score touchdowns. I'm going to ask him if he wants to round robin that. That's probably a better way to play it. But anyway, all right. My favorite play, the ones that we have, probably this Baker under 35.5 longest. Emeka's hurt. The O-line looks bad. I forgot
Mike Evans is still there.
Mike
I haven't heard
Evans
his name
there,
basically
but
in 2 weeks.
Mike Evans is going to get a ton of targets and it's going to work out that way. But it's just the O-line's brutal.
I'm just saying I haven't really heard much from Evans all season. So,
I mean,
at this point,
I'm not worried about that.
I didn't say I'm worried. I'm just acknowledging there have not been many big plays to Evans up to this point.
Sure, maybe not.
That's kind of the point I'm making. But I'll follow.
Are you saying he's washed, Scott?
I'm not saying that. I'm hoping that he's like 300 yards away from 1,000 in week 18, and everyone starts taking his alt receiving yards because they're going to try to just drag him to 1,000 yards. But either way, our point is I like the play, and the O-line is destroyed. I'm going to go with the same boat, though. I'm going to go with Kyren Williams. I'm going to take his longest reception under 8.5 yards at -125. End of the day, I think that Kyren is a guy who's mostly using the ground game. And the fact is he has gone under this number in 7 of the last 8. Had 1 catch for -1 yards in both games combined against the Eagles last year. I think it's a great matchup for the under. I think that in general, the prop's too high for him. Give me Kyren, longest catch under 8.5 yards as my best bet. So for underdog, anything you want to recycle or anything you want to use?
Let's go to Pickens. Let's do the Pickens one on underdog.
Okay, let's do Pickens.
Feels like, yeah. Okay, so let's do that. Am I in a state where I can do this? I guess I am.
I have no idea if Virginia is or not.
It seems like I can get everything here. All right.
I'm assuming that it is.
Let's do. You want to do Pickens higher or longest, or do you want to do the?
I looked it up. It is legal in Virginia.
Okay. So which one do you want to do?
What are the choices for Pickens?
The 55. Do we want to do the receiving yards or we do the longest? I'm perfectly fine with either.
We'll do longest. Let's do it.
Longest. Okay. We'll do that longest. Let's go with let's do that Kincaid. Let's add something. Do you want to add it? Well, I guess it's not fair to people who just listen to this tomorrow. Let's do what else did we like?
I mean, do you want to just throw more in there or you want to do something different?
No, I want to mess around a little bit here.
Okay.
You know, wait. Oh, duh. Let's get a Carson Wentz rushing TD in here. Done. That was easy.
Okay.
Carson Wentz rushing TD.
We don't probably need a third leg because we're just swinging for it already.
Yeah, right? It's 9.27. Yeah,
we're fine.
We're fine.
All right.
All right. Carson Wentz, higher 0.5 rushing receiving TDs. George Pickens, higher 22.5 longest reception.
Right.
It's a 50. We're doing 50. We do $50 units for these. We do $100 units for real life. It's 50 to win $465 allegedly.
There you go. Allegedly. Sometimes the prices change. All right. Anyway, before we officially end the show, though, to make it convenient for everybody here, can you just recap your 3 plays for the show?
No.
Okay. Fantastic. I'll recap mine. So my 3 plays for the show, I'm going with Kyren Williams, longest catch under 8.5 yards, -125. That is my best bet for the show. CeeDee Lamb, longest catch over 25.5 yards at -112. And DJ Moore, over 53.5 receiving yards at -115. What are your 3 plays for the show?
Mine are Baker Mayfield under 35.5 longest completion, Chris Olave under 59.5 receiving yards. That play is also co-signed by the Rhythm Robots, and Jake Browning under 236.5 passing yards.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for week 3. We'll back once again for week 4 for the MLB prop show. We'll back once again tomorrow morning, right? Are we still on for Friday morning?
Yeah, well, yes, normal time tomorrow.
Okay,
morning.
I'm saying if you wanted to scrap it.
I see, Adam. We're don't oversay that. You'll work your way, and it happens. We also do 100 because it's It's great for math, but we've also just been doing it for a bit.
I started in high school.
We are not. We're not unit shaming, by the way. With that.
No, we don't unit shame at all.
We are not unit shaming.
I started betting when I was like 17, so I've been at this for 11 years. Give or take, so.
Yeah, I was 35. So
yeah, there you go. Either way, though, a point is we're back once again for the MLB Prop Show tomorrow. NFL, check out Week 4. Don't forget to check out the Propcast, though, on YouTube. Like, subscribe. I'm trying to get over 1,000, so hopefully you can help us get there. Till next time, good luck to all of you.